I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to be diving into Fit Model Pro card winners from NPC Junior Nationals. All right, so this is a great video today to highlight that criteria, give you insight into what is actually winning a pro card right now on the Fit Model stage. And so any of you out there that are trying to compete your best or win that pro card in Fit Model this year, 2025, you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to hang out. And you're probably going to want to subscribe to this channel because I got a lot more for you. I promise you, all you Fit Model ladies, let's get down to business. So keep in mind, every single athlete you're going to see in this video today actually won their pro card in Fit Model. So here's our overall winner and Class B winner, Lauren. So she won the overall in Fit Model here. As we know, Fit Model is our throwback to bikini division as of like 10 years ago, basically, right? So everything here is still hourglass shape. It's still heavily focused on creating that. However, it is a step back as far as muscularity, as far as conditioning, as far as, you know, even shape in a lot of ways. From what is current today bikini, right? So bikini basically got so much bigger, it got so much more muscular, so much leaner. Fit Model came back and said, hey, we're going to bring bikini back to the roots in a way, but we're not going to actually do it with bikini. We're just going to do it with a new division called Fit Model. So what we can see is Lauren has really good overall shape for this division, right? So just a little bit of shape and size in the shoulders, super killer waist taper. You do see a little bit of glute from the front here, which is really key right now in Fit Model. It's what I'm seeing with all my competitors that are Fit Model. If we can get this, it's even better. And then, you know, fullness in the legs is something that's been taking place a lot on these Fit Model stages recently, where, you know, now the lower body's almost starting to look so dense that, you know, you could joke that it's looking like off-season wellness in some ways, at least how wellness kind of first started. So the division has been going a little bit wild since it really started out, you know, earlier this year, about 6-7 months ago now. And we are seeing it kind of get a more mainstream look right now, which is, you know, exactly what Lauren has really. Good fullness in the shoulders, good shape, not too much, not overdone. You'll notice bicep, tricep. I mean, I've yet to see Fit Model competitors pushing the bicep, tricep too far, and you really don't want that. You know, it's going to be an indicator of too much muscle. She doesn't have that. She's, you know, got that look where we're seeing upper body, and that's what we're looking at. Midsection wise, very clean, you know, tiny midsection here. That's really what you want to create that sweep, that tapered look that Fit Model is looking for. And you'll notice, not super shredded, chiseled, right? In the midsection, we do see some oblique line, but that's it. We're not getting, you know, too much rectus abdominis, six-pack ab muscles, in other words, or any of that other stuff going on. We pretty much just see a fully complete look. Lower body-wise, very full, good quad shape here, no splits, no cuts, no striations, none of that nonsense. Honestly, the quads, the lower body on her here looks pretty soft. So again, very Fit Model look. If you like this look, this is what has won a pro card for Lauren here. Congratulations. And the overall. So definitely, you know, a good direction for where Fit Model's going. Now, as we look through the call outs here, basically the class winners, what we're going to look, we're going to see a lot of similarities, but also some clear differences. So let's go to our Class A winner here, Cassandra, okay? And what we can see here, we'll just put them side by side, you know, because it's kind of cool to see that comparison overall to, you know, another class winner. So she has pretty much the same going on in the shoulders, right? A little bit of that shape, nothing too crazy, not overdoing it in the arms. Waist tapers in pretty well, good sweep in from here. Lower body wise, we still get a little bit of that glute shape from the front, a little bit of that quad shape from the front, and that density here. But what you'll notice overall, she may exactly hit the Fit Model shape. There's just a little bit less of muscle going on for her, right, compared to what's going on over here with Lauren, Class B winner. Overall winner. We can see, you know, Lauren has a bit more of that shoulder size, bit more of that glute shape, bit more of that quad density. So realistically, you know, this is a very clear message. Judges are going fullness in Fit Model, okay? Hashtag it, screenshot this, put it on your story. Fullness in Fit Model is really where this division's heading. And we'll see that play the rest of this video. But, you know, over here, we got great waist taper. Everything's there. Very complete look overall. Wins that pro card, no doubt. Just probably maybe a little bit more fullness muscle-wise. You know, she could have snagged that overall. But again, all pro card winners here, all fantastic jobs. Class C, Misty, okay? So let's take a look at her compared to Lauren over here. A lot of similarities she brings instantly. I can tell you a little bit of a leaner look. Start seeing a little bit of those ribs coming through. Not an issue, right? Like not too much of a problem, but she's probably right on the cusp, being just a little bit too lean. So still good fullness in the shoulders, still good shape from the glutes and the quads. quads in the front. Really, judges in this pose, they're looking down here, okay? It's the majority of what they're seeing. They want to see that balance, that shape, make sure everything's going good there. Your quads are not too developed. They're not too lean either, right? And that's a big problem going on in Fit Model at a lot of regional events. So we can see great taper here into the waist. Good overall balance lower body. Conditioning wise, she looks a little lean in the midsection and ribs. Doesn't really show it anywhere else though. So, nothing, no issue, no problemo. She's got that look and it's dialed. As I always say though, when we're looking at the fronts, we only see, the beginning. So let's go to the back and see what's actually going on here. All right, so instantly you can see some similarities, but clear differences. Let's start with Lauren, our overall winner, pro card winner here. So a little bit of that shoulder shape from the back, just about where you would want to see in this division. I have seen shoulders seem to be taking a slight uptick in size and development right now in Fit Model, but I think it's because of the fullness. Judges are really chasing that fullness look, and we can see that look in lower body for sure, because these are very full glutes, a lot of glute density, some of that tie-in zone coming through here, which again, it's not a tie-in for those that know, the Fit Model rules, they state no tie-ins. This is not really a tie-in. I know a lot of competitors talking about this like it's a tie-in, but to judges, that's not a tie-in, right? To the judges, a tie-in would be like, Francielli, glutes, hamstring tie-in, very lean, 1% freaking body fat, all glutes, all hams. This is a fullness structure, right, is what we could call it. Like it is, yes, some form of a tie-in, but a lot of this is coming from how full the glutes are, how much actual body fat is on them versus, being so lean, you're showing a tie-in, so to speak. So keep that in mind. Overall, though, good glute shape, good balance here. Quads and hamstrings all match pretty well, and that symmetry is going to tie perfectly with the upper body, and thus that is Fit Model division. You also notice very, difference on the suit cut. If you've been watching the bikini cuts, it's not the same. Fit Model cuts are getting a lot more mainstream now. A lot of girls I think they're growing on a lot of competitors at this point, okay? So looking at Cassandra over here, what we see, clear differences, not as much fullness. Again, we're seeing the same thing, right? So upper glutes appear a little bit underdone, not as much overall glute development coming through here, not as much from the shoulders either, but overall, very good shape, same look, very Fit Model-esque physique, and keep in mind, she wins that pro card also. So every single athlete we're looking at in today's video, very good insight for you, to where you need to be going if you're trying to win yourself that Fit Model pro card. All right, Misty over here. Not as much fullness. If we're going to keep talking about what the heck happened to my layer here, if we're going to keep talking about, what has won the overall or not, fullness in Fit Model, folks. Fullness in Fit Model. That's what we're looking at, because she's got the same thing, great shape. Everything's there. Glute shape, upper glute, a little bit of that development, and boom. The difference, again, becomes just the fullness. Not as much fullness in that physique. Misty's physique compared to Lauren, the overall winner, that's what's becoming the different. But also keep in mind, all these Fit Model athletes in general are far fuller in general than we've seen in a lot of events. All right, couple more I want to take a look at here, okay? So we have Class D Kayla, and that's actually it. This is the only other pro card winner at this event here, so we will take a look at her and see what's up. First, though, I do want to talk to you about my free trial, okay? If you need help with anything, you're trying to figure out your Fit Model workouts, your nutrition, whatever it is, come train with me free for 7 days, okay? Totally free. You don't put credit card info in. You're not paying me a cent. It is an opportunity for all of you to learn, get better, do more, and, if you enjoy watching the channel and you're learning stuff here, we can do 100 times for you if you come over there. So check it out. Just go check out that link. It's in the description, I'm sure, and it's also, you can just pick up your phone and type it, probably easier, teamfflex.com/7-day trial. Hang out with me, please. I'd love to show you more. All right, so Class D winner is going to be the only other one in this group. So again, it becomes, a lot of fullness city, what we see. So good shoulder shape here, tapers in, a little bit different on the posing factor. You see that, right? And so she's chose a little bit of a different pose where it may narrow out her lower body a bit, but again, no problemo, pulls it off. Good glute shape, good, quads, dominance, very full, heavy lower body. Again, we're seeing that just echoed across the board with all the athletes in Fit Model right now that are winning. You need to fill out your quads, ladies. You need to fill out your glutes. We're seeing that across the board here. So she's got her conditioning pretty solid, maybe on the tad leaner side, but lower body fullness is just very, very much so happening. And, that's not going to take away from anything for her. From the back, pretty comparable. What we see again, good overall shoulder shape, tapers in pretty well. Lower body wise, fullness to the glutes, fullness to that upper glute, and a little bit of that separation from, what we're saying is tie-in, but it's not a tie-in. And then glutes and, quads, hamstrings, all matching, good symmetry. Fullness in Fit Model is winning pro cards, ladies and gents. This is what's happening right now. We're seeing it across the board. Lauren, the most shaped, the most fullness, the most all of that is the overall winner. Everybody else in the video today wins a pro card. So very good examples of what's going on in the Fit Model stage, what you need to be doing if you're trying to be competitive Fit Model, pro. Right now, getting a pro card, in other words, you need to really focus on filling out your physique. The Fit Model looked like it was going to go very lean for a minute, looked like it was going almost no muscle for a minute. Now it's going, hey, we want a lot of muscle, we want a lot of fullness. And I think that we're getting a streamlined look here coming across event to event at this point. So this is what you need to be looking like, what you need to be focused on. If you're trying to get that pro card, if you're trying to do your best, no matter where we're at, that's what it is. Check out my free trial. I got a lot for you. All right. Thank you for watching. Coach Ryan is out.